Good morning and welcome back to Video Diary on the farm. It's a lovely sunny morning. Mind you, it's bank holiday, but it talks of it going downhill after today. Anyway, we're like you see, got the sprayer on. We're finishing the winter barleys off, and we're doing flag leaf on the winter wheats now. So yeah, the crops are really moving, they're growing. Yeah. And hopefully later on we will be putting the game strips in for the shoot. So yeah, we've got plenty on this week, so yeah, it's all go. Mind you, depending on what that sunshine's going to do up there, because it does talk of rain, I think next week. Back in the winter barleys, putting the T2s on. This is the last pass through them before harvest, unless there's any Roundup goes on them, but hopefully this will be the final pass through. Not looking bad really. Looks like we might get a fairly decent crop off it. You see that? The white hair there. Don't see many of them about, do you? Oh, that's a wet patch there. What didn't come during that when it was drilled. The majority of the field's fairly good. Is there anybody else out there that thinks winter barley looks like a sheepskin rug at this growth stage? Like when it's wafting in the wind, it's like when you run your hand over a sheepskin rug, it just sort of springs back. That's just, maybe it's just me, but I think it certainly looks like it when it's blowing in the breeze. Well, today's job for George and Derek, they're on, we're drilling game strips for the gamekeeper on this date, at this end. So yeah, George got all the strips ploughed yesterday, and Derek's gone off working them today with a power harrow, and George is going to put them in with the Heaver Stealth subsoiler with a load of tines on, and with it, well, using it because of the broadcaster on the back, but they're just on with mixing some seed, so we'll have a look. And they're using a cement mixer.
2 and 2.
Well, these are all the different mixtures that are going in. That's how they're going to be mixed.
Of course, you're going to have to half.
Look at that. That's what a mixture. Like Andrew said, like baking a cake. Look at that. It's the only way to mix different mixtures together with a concrete mixer. Brilliant, that. Yeah. The day before, George had ploughed all the game strips in readiness, and overnight, luckily, we had about 5 mil of rain, I believe. So it added a bit of moisture to the ploughing, and then Derek's gone in front and he's power harrowed them down, and now George is popping them in. But another advantage is using that seeder. It's better than using the Vadestad, which is not very good turning in these small plots. At least you can lift up and spin around with those Challengers. So yeah, it's a good setup. Anyway, after there was all drilled like that, there was rolled in just to firm them in, and then that was the job done. Yeah, as you can see from the puddles behind me, it's rained overnight, which is just the job, because they got all the game strips in, what's required, and they got rolled as well. So yep, they'll all be into moisture now, and they'll soon start growing now the soil's warm. Well, the old drill, it's leaving the farm, it's having its final wash down. I believe this is what they call volume washing, is the technical name for it. Plenty of water on it. And the well is on. Oh, that's doing a good job. Yeah, I think George is about ready to see it go. He's washed it 3 times this season, so he's getting expert at it. We've got the big guns out today. We've got Dave's here. He's spraying the paddocks down the country park, the grass fields for nettles and thistles, tidy up. So yeah, good setup for that. This. He's got to steer it himself though, even though he's got guidance. We're just at Melton Road Farm on Elsham Road, just giving the spring barley. It's herbicide and a bit of growth regulator plus a bit of fungicide, but it's grown really well. It had its last full dose of nitrogen last week, about 7 days ago. Yeah, it's thickened out, and yeah, it looks like it'll be a good crop. The wet areas, like over there, they've dried up, which they ought to do by now, but yeah, looks like it's going to be a decent crop if it keeps growing like this. Yeah, these clay caps what are on the field, they're the only bits what don't look very good. You can see the wheelings coming in, and it was very wet when it was drilled. So they'll make a crop, but they're just a bit thinner. Okay. But yeah, the majority of the field is good. That's what counts. Yeah, with spring barley being growing so fast and fairly dense, you have a job hitting the weeds because they're just underneath or in the canopy of the spring barley. So we're using Leckler IDTA nozzles. These jets are special in that they have 2 jets in each nozzle body. So one's facing forward and the other's facing back. This is to give better penetration. And so if you, and especially they were designed for, is low drift and for pre-emergence. But people are, because then it blasts under the clods at one side, and then with the angle backwards one at the other, it catches the other side, especially if any's hidden by larger ones. But they're ideal for fungicides, people have found as well. And yeah, we operate them at high pressure, which is 5 bar, which they're designed to operate at, and it gives really good coverage and blasts it into the crop. Hopefully you'll see from this bit of video, you can see the jets what are facing forwards are blasting it down into the crop, and then at the back you can see they're going backwards as well at a different angle, making like a triangle. To say we run quite a bit of pressure on them. So we've got Aggle here, come for a load of wheat. Very smart wagon. Yeah, wheat's trickling away still. We've got, I think, 3, maybe 4 load today. So Andrew's in charge of loading this today anyway. We're off on a road trip today. It's about 140 miles away from here, but I'm not going to say where we're going because that spoils the surprise, but all will be revealed when we get there. Here we are, we're down in deepest, darkest Norfolk, and we're just looking at a combi drill to buy.
Don't use the pictures I sent you, I thought I was pretty good at that.
Yeah, that was good, yeah.
I couldn't send them, I'd get my partner to send them.
Yeah, well, yeah, they're spot on them pictures. Yeah, it's a good drill, yeah. Yeah, it's identical to the one we used last year. Yeah, KRM Solar. Coming to this farm soon. Well, back home now. We did, in fact, we did buy the drill. It was a very good drill. I think it was 2014, the year. I might be wrong with that, but we corrected. It was a KRM Solar, as you saw, combi drill, and it's just like the one we had the fortunate use of over the wet back end we've just had. We was very fortunate in being able to use it and hire one, and the results what it did into very marginal conditions have been brilliant. It came really well. That's why we decided that's the drill we wanted, a KRM Solar. So we've been looking for one for a while now, but they're a bit like Rocky Nose doo-doo. They're not very often they come up for sale with it being a tine drill. Yeah, we thought the tines, because it made such a good job, like that's what we wanted. We didn't want a disc combi drill, which there's plenty of them about second-hand, but we've bided a time, and anyway, this one we've found, and it's in excellent condition. It's been barn stored. It hasn't been used, funnily enough, for the last 3 years, including that wet season last year, which is a bit unbelievable, really. But anyway, it's only done, is it 873 hectares, something like that, which is only just nicely over 2,000 acres. So it hasn't done a lot in its lifetime, and like I say, it's been well looked after, and yeah, hopefully when we get it back, hopefully this year, we might not need it. Well, we'll keep fingers crossed, but it's there, and it'll be good for doing game strips and any other little bits of plots and that, and yeah, and we can plough and drill. So yeah, it'll be a very worthwhile investment as a backup drill, which we've wanted for a long time. Anyway, we've held out and we've found the one we want now, so that's good. I've just started spraying the winter wheats T2s, which is flag leaf spray, and I'm starting in a field of Bamford, which has been grown for seed. Well, it really wanted to be a bit earlier, a few days early, but whether we haven't got to it. But it's coming out in here, as you'll see. It's really romping on now. Yeah, look at that. The ears are emerging. Obviously flag leaf's fully out, but yeah, they'll be fully emerged yet another few days, as if the sun gets out. Yeah, just breaking out nicely now. Yeah, looking well, this field. Anyway, let's get it sprayed. The dreaded black grass is just starting to rear its ugly head above the wheat now. You can see it. All this what's wafting about there, up there. It's all black grass. Looks like the single black grass plants will be easily taken out. We've got a gang of pullers, people coming to pull it out in another couple of weeks, and they'll deal with all these sort of clumps like that, and so it keeps us, well, won't keep us black grass free, but it limits the backdrop of spreading the seeds about and getting real bad. We're sort of managing it, keeping it under control. Yeah, where it's real bad, we don't tend to pull it. We tend to try and take it out, top it or spray it off, because you don't get any crop off it where it's real thick, and the seed return back to the soil is tremendous. It can lay dormant in the soil for many, many years. Well, we do like to see the farm looking tidy, so George and myself are on with trimming duties around the estate fencing. There's Georgie doing the other side. We do this every now and again when we can get time, just to make it look good. There we are. Dirkingate Automotion is still advertising. Anyway, that's for this week's edition of Video Down on the Farm. Hope you'd enjoyed the content. Been a bit of a different week, mixed up, but anyway, if you have liked it, please hit that like, share and subscribe. You know the routine by now, and yeah, we'll catch you again next week.